Hello and welcome back to EPIC44 with Intel. Once again, I'm Exo Lightning, and today with me for the first cast of the day, it is Molten. How you doing, Molten?
I'm doing very well.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for what I think is going to be a banger series. We have OpTiMiStC versus Raza. Okay, we're doing some camera work here. Shuffle along.
Yes, big thing.
In my opinion, this is going to be one of the closest series of the tournament, I think. I actually have absolutely no idea who's favoured here.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think legacy-wise, like Raza is the stronger player, like
sure.
thing. But in terms of who plays more at the minute and who's been more active, like Optimus is definitely the more active one on ladder, and he's definitely, I think, a bit more experienced and a bit more like kind of ready.
Yeah.
Like as far as I'm aware, Raza didn't do much preparation coming into LAN, so it's going to be really interesting. And this is, but then we have the experience, the LAN experience advantage. Raza's seasoned at having sleepless nights and then turning up and then playing well. Optimus, does he have that? Well, we're about to find out. This is going to be a top. This is going to be a best of 5.
Yep.
So, like I say, I think you may have already mentioned actually, but yes, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I really like that it's going to be a best of 5. Often when we get to these upper bracket quarterfinals, they can be quite one-sided, and the fact that it's best of 5 doesn't really matter. But I think in this one specifically, especially if Raza's going to bring out some cheesy builds, which I do expect him to do, the fact that it's a best of 5 is going to allow OpTiMiStC to play himself in.
That is it. And that is the young man here spawning up in the top right at his first epic LAN. It is Optimus. Do you know what the C stands for, actually?
Carrot.
It does stand for carrot, yeah. I had to ask him about that.
And in the southwest, in the blue trunks, playing Terran for the Red Dragons, it's Raza.
Yeah.
So, I've watched quite a bit of Raza in this tournament. I played against him, and I watched him against Windmill Man. So I've seen a lot of his TVP. He proxy 2-rats marauded me.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I was watching over his shoulder when that happened. I didn't know it was you. I thought it was like a ladder game.
I was very mad.
Because you got the Void Ray out, right?
Yeah.
You got the Void Ray out, but he then just killed all your probes.
It is my fault. Like, I could have got it out a bit sooner, but even then, I don't want to talk about it.
All right, you know what? That's the past. Now is now, you know.
So he's very capable of cheesing, and I expect that at some point in this series he will do something outside of the box, especially if he starts losing.
Yeah.
Might be a nice way for him to get back into it.
Well, I don't know if this is like the Terran bluff or not, but he says that he doesn't feel like he's actually very good at 2-racks Marauder.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, so I don't know if he's like super confident in it. I think he knows it's a strong build.
Excellent. You don't have to be good at it, buddy.
I agree. I agree.
There's 8
the
on
build
the other
does
side
itself.
of the world who can execute that build. Raza with an SCV scout here is interesting.
Yeah, this was
after
after
building a Reaper. Just seems a bit unnecessary, right?
Yeah, I was about to say this is like a TVZ style scout, like finish the barracks and then goes across the map.
Zealot starts up. That's funny. Maybe OpTiMiSTC's thinking, oh, there must be a bunker behind my mineral line or something. Or
yeah, well, he hasn't gone across the map yet, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I spoke to OpTiMiStC.
Oh,
about
okay,
this,
lovely. Yeah.
And I was like, you might 2-rats Marauder you. He's like, oh, I love playing against that. I was like, really?
Oh.
And he said, no. I was like,
yeah.
And he was like, he was saying he doesn't scout, but he scouts around.
Yeah, so scouts for proxies.
So
that's wild.
That might serve him well in this series.
Yeah.
It might not. It'll be interesting to see.
I think this Reaper is a nice confirmation. This kind of confirms that a lot of normal things is happening.
It can't be anything too crazy.
Yeah. Like it's not CC first. This was like a one racks expand.
One thing about not scouting though is that you don't see if it's double gas or not.
Yes, that's actually a huge point.
The way I play, at least, if I see double gas, I build a shield battery in my natural. If I don't, I don't. So I'm interested to see if OpTiMiStC builds a shield battery is natural or not.
I think
have a sentry.
I think I love the 19 Nexus into 19 Nexus into the fast sentry for the hallucinated scout. Now he hasn't overcharged it yet, which I'm interested.
Who wins this?
Sentry who does.
Wow.
Yeah, one sentry beats one
Blizzard.
Reaper. Yeah.
Hello. Is that even vaguely reasonable?
Yeah.
Sentries are so strong.
Sentries are so strong when in small numbers.
They cost 100 gas and they can finally beat a unit.
Exactly,
that costs 50 gas.
Do have Hellion starting to come out. We should have pointed out that Raza has gone 1-1-1. Very sort of standard opening off of this.
Standard from Raza.
And yeah, we do see that hallucinated scout now coming in. He's going to try and check the base and see what he's doing. But again, he's going to see this, see everything is standard, and probably look to take a third base.
And it's going to be 3-gate blink from Optimus.
I love it.
Gearing ourselves up for a mid-game. Delightful.
Yeah, and then we see the extra racks coming out now for Raza. So he's going up to 3 racks.
That's very cute.
That was cute. Yeah.
Completely pointless.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. But you know what? You got to do it. You got to wasted a bit of medevac energy as that tried to heal here. The Reaper is now being chased away, but with no blink, these Reapers are nigh on catchable. But it does allow Optimus to take his third, a very reasonable time. This is about the game you would expect.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what Optimus goes into here. I have no idea if he's more of a Colossus player or more of a Storm player. We'll have to find out. So it's just one little Widow Mine here.
Widow Mine here.
Can do a lot of damage. Stalker's in position.
Yeah, this is a nice split as well. Just having 2 Stalkers down here, having 3 Stalkers marauding over here.
Yeah, it's really nice because 2 Stalkers is like the absolute minimum you can have there. But with how he's got them placed, Raza can't fly that medevac in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, using the space very well. The Reaper is going to come in, confirm the third is there, and he does see it now. And really, we're interested to see, is the third CC going to come down for Raza, or is he going to add 2 more barracks on? Those are the 2 normal options. But we don't actually see much of anything coming out.
I'm expecting to see a third CC starting up soon here for Raza. And I'm surprised it hasn't already, and there is the Robo Bay.
I love it, Forge and Robo Bay. Again, setting up for the macro game. The classic kind of 3 Colossus push sort of comes from this is the classic way to play. Though, again, this feels like almost like an old-fashioned game, you know, like a Widow Mine drop, then
like
single Forge.
Stats versus Maru in a group stage match for the GSL. They're both just kind of chilling.
Yeah, they're both
just getting their eco up, getting their production online.
First blood
is crazy at 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, but hang on, though, the Widow Mine is now coming in. Quick reaction from Optimus. He's not going to get caught out by that.
It's kind of weird in a game like this. It feels like it's so unlikely Raza's going to get damaged on with a Widow Mine. There's not really much going on. OpTiMiStC only really needs to be paying attention to what's going on at home. Let's see if these Stalkers can get anything done. It's Observer nicely placed.
Yeah, nice blink micro. Yeah, not going to take too much damage.
So I'm interested to see how far Raza's going to push across with this. I don't think he has any chance of killing OpTiMiStC with this push, but he is going to put on some pressure. There's a tank in the mix, there's a few Widow Mines. Charge not quite done yet. Is there 1 Colossus out or not yet?
I don't think there is.
Okay. There's actually not much.
No, there's 1 Immortal, 10 Stalkers. Okay. Shield battery not done, and suddenly this is actually kind of a sharp timing here, as maybe Raza can take some critical damage. The Immortal's got to get on top of the tank, and it does. It starts firing the tank.
The Immortal's been targeted down by Raza. It's really nice target fire by Raza. Widow Mines go off. The tank does finally go down, but a good trade for Raza here.
Yeah, and suddenly, like I say, this momentum really did swing. First Colossus is now out and on its way down. There is a shield battery up, and yeah, this push has been halted in its momentum. However, quite a costly engagement, I want to say, for our Protoss player. Though they actually traded reasonably evening.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty even fight. Behind this, Optimus was floating up to 1,700 minerals there, which isn't ideal, but he seems to have spent it pretty well now. 5 gateways and a new Nexus going down.
And second Forge as well. Setting up for that macro game. Meanwhile, Raza has started his own third on the low ground. The cheeky Terrans.
His third is a bit late though. Raza did commit quite a lot to that. He's down 12 workers, which, you know, you're Terran. As we see those mules, he'll catch up in no time. Dark Shrine on the way for Optimus.
Yeah.
I do like that.
But right now he's walking between the natural and the third, a very powerful position to be in. He's going to be able to snipe 1 battery. Second Colossus does spawn at a good time and wipes out all of the Widow Mines. And actually that turns into quite a bad position for Raza to poke into.
A weird move from Raza to just kind of walk in and set 5 Widow Mines up there.
Yeah.
They weren't ever really going to do too much, but it wasn't the worst trade by all means.
I think there's a world where the whole Protoss army is sitting here and then you run into the natural.
Yeah, maybe you pick the Colossus off that just comes
out it's like there's a world where it lines up beautifully, but
that's true.
But Optimus very on point, not letting himself get caught out.
Double Forge for OpTiMiStC. by the way here. 2-1 on the way now. Armory finishing up for Raza, so he'll be able to start his +2 from his second engineering bay shortly.
Yeah, we still have this spotter observer across the map, which is really nice because
this observer is so good.
Even seeing that, and yet Raza knows there's probably an observer about, but isn't able to find it.
It's gonna be so annoying as a Terran when you open the replay at the end of the game.
You
just think, he just saw everything the whole game.
We do have a spotter zealots and spotter widow mines
really
on the map. Yeah. We do have a cheeky warp prism going on. We must keep our eye on that.
Defense in the main here? I don't think so. This warp prism could get a lot done.
Oh, it's actually looking quite strong.
And these injured SCVs from earlier, it's all
Oh
coming
my
together.
God! The absolute players, as 7-8 Stalkers have walked in.
Here. Viking will come across, and he needs to be careful with that prism. Oh, the prism's going to fall here.
However, big poke at the third, as everything is out of position. Now Raza is unable to react. Lifts the thing, cancels the fourth. Not a huge ton of damage, but this is
really
good
momentum.
momentum.
SCV from Raza. He could have lost a lot more there, and he cleaned up his main really nicely. Decent amount of denied mining for sure, and a cancel on the fourth.
The cancel on the fourth, I think, might be the biggest part of it.
Feels like a lot of even trades so far in this
game. Again, neither
wow,
player taking a super distinctive lead. But again, Raza handled that quite well. Having the Vikings be able to fly back and get the prism, that's huge. But OpTiMiStC is just taking the pace. Right, he's already got a fourth base established, and now he's establishing this fifth base as well.
What an awkward location for a fifth this is, by the way. Mineral line facing the Terran.
Yeah.
So
Siege tanks can get
down. It's not a
here.
base I'd be taking, but
and also you have
to see how it
this
goes.
is the gimmick of this map. You have to mine out this mineral patch before you can get to this gas. But this is a high yield gas, so you do get more for it. And now, do you know what I love about this matchup? As the Terran runs across, Zealot run-bys. We have Zealot run-bys coming in.
No PF, no units here, these Zealots.
Yeah, and that's going to force a big committal fight here. However, the Terran army is huge if these Disruptors don't get big hits off of. Now the Zealots are running into the natural. This is putting a huge timer on Raza, as Raza is forced to engage. But there's not that much meat besides the Colossus. Third's being absolutely ravaged. We need the ESL picture-in-picture over here.
The disrupt shot coming out gets a nice connection. OpTiMiStC is just clearing up Raza here with these Zealots in the back, killing 20 SCVs. Oh, OpTiMiStC takes
even
massively
one off there. And I think there was one in the main as well, which was just go look to. Yeah, 20 getting killed there towards the end. Very interesting first game.
It feels like those Zealots just won the game for OpTiMiStC, because I think if those Zealots don't come in, Raza doesn't feel the need to push in there.
Yes, exactly.
And Raza thought, I'm going to lose a lot at home. I have to get something done.
Yes.
And OpTiMiStC just clears up with his 2 Colossus at the back next to the batteries. There was only a few Vikings in that force as well, so they weren't really doing anything.
And again, in a slower push where Terran can be more methodical, they can kind of like dance the Vikings around, get a few pot shots off, maybe kill a Colossus before the engagement really starts. But no, Terran had to go there. Raza had to push in.
Nice game for OpTiMiStC. He looks very solid in the matchup.
What I want to know is that I think he still had the Observer. So I think he saw the army move out, and that's why the Zealots went in. Because they were down there for a little while.
Yeah, you're correct. Perfect timing, really.
But yeah, there have been times where I have no vision, I just send the Zealots in. And it's as the Terran is in the middle of the map, I'm like, I'm a genius.
It's just always a good thing to have a Zealot run by. And we see this in every matchup.
Yes, exactly. It's
pretty much every top tier player, even like Reina playing off race, like he'll always be in there with a counter attack, just ready to punish you if you move out.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You got to leave something at home, can't rally across the map. Can't make it easy for them. And again, that pressure of putting the timer on the Terran is really big. Because he's also got to look at home, but there's a disruptor out in the Protoss army, so it's like the attention is really hard to prioritize. Because it's important wherever it goes.
Loading into map number 2 here. It's going to be Whispers of Gold, and I think the onus is kind of on Raza here to see if he's going to shake things up.
Okay, well, before that, we have Berserker's OpTiMiStC spawning in the bottom right as our red Protoss.
And on the west side, in the blue, playing Terran for Red Dragons, it's Raza.
Yeah, Whispers of Gold. I don't know if we've seen much of this map in this tournament so far, but it's not that crazy a map. Very sort of standard base
standard map. This one.
During the big brain bout last LAN, was it last LAN?
Yeah.
I proxied a Nexus down here. And
a Nexus?
Yeah, and then Mothership rushed to Zerg.
Did that go well?
No.
Oh.
It was funny, though.
Fair enough.
Right, enjoyed it, all right?
Fair enough, fair enough.
And yeah, that was...
I watched actually before I came to LAN.
Yeah.
I was on the train to Kettering, and Hearthstone had just released a new video.
Oh, really?
I don't watch that much Hearthstone, but this one was titled Mothership Rush. And I was like, okay, I'm sold. So I opened it, and it's a 2v2 game. I'm like, okay, that's a bit lame, but sure, whatever, it's fine.
Sure.
He builds a mothership, flies it in, and just gets like nothing done, and just dies to like a few queens and a few marines. It's just, oh, okay. His unit's just terrible.
Yeah, well, do you know what? You should ask Figaro about it, because Figaro and I didn't actually know what meta they're kind of talking about, but Alonso, that's Windmill Man for the folks at home, he Mothership rushed against Figaro, but it was like with a bunch of Blinkstalkers. It's like a Blinkstalker build.
Yes, I watched this game actually.
And Yasha was like, yeah, if I didn't know that this was a thing, I would have assumed you were going carriers and I would have gone Spire.
Yeah.
And actually, that's actually a huge like strategical misplay if you do that. So there is some weird meta with fast motherships at the moment, but I'm not super familiar. I haven't been playing as much recently.
And I've heard murmurings that in the new patch that will be coming TBA, that the mothership will no longer be immune to abduct, which I think we can all agree is reasonable. But as a result, it'll probably become cheaper again, or
the mothership
buff its attack.
The mothership is,
like
if true, I have no idea where these speculations come from. Just saying. But if true, the mothership has become the new Cyclone, where it's like just getting changed, getting changed every patch.
Just rumors, though, guys.
Just rumors, yeah. Now, we do have a very standard-looking opening here. It is going to be Twilight Council again coming out of our Protoss player, which is most likely for Blink. He has also gotten the Hallucination Scout because he has not scouted yet. So this can be the first scout of the game. But again, a very chill early start. Nothing's lost.
So this time we're seeing 2 Hellions from this reactor factory from Raza. So he's going to try and see if he can get something done on the other side of the map with those. OpTiMiStC does have a wall off though at the NAT. And look at this. This 6 Marines.
Oh my god, this is
Musti
style. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I actually think this is like so hilariously bad for Terran.
Yes. And especially with like good unit positioning.
This sentry is just so big as well. You can just force field. Like Terran can't do anything here. The only time this is good is if the Protoss has 2 units and no shield battery. The Protoss here has 3 units, one of them being a sentry. I'm actually really shocked Raza's moving in here against force field. He knows he's not going to get anything done.
Yeah, forces the energy overcharge, I suppose you can argue, but it's not what we're really looking for. It'll be interesting to see now. I'll tell you what happened. We're going to see the Hellion get pushed back. And again, I don't think this achieves super much. It kind of has delayed the third. Sometimes you want your third a bit sooner than this as Protoss, but I don't think Optimus is very worried about this.
Third base going down for Optimus now.
Yeah. Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. It was like you were saying about how Protosses that only have 2 units and no shield battery.
Yeah.
Like when you're rushing DTs, yeah?
Yeah. Well, yeah. But to be in my defense, I'd build a shield battery if I saw a reacted factory.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I respect that.
Unless I forget that.
We do have a Liberator on the map. He's in the anti.
You can't park there, mate.
It's on the anti-F2 mode. Yeah, he's going to get a ticket, mate. He can get shot from here.
Anti-F2 mode is so funny.
You got a license for that there, Liberator. Blink is now complete. He's going to blink in.
Nice tank.
Beautiful tank position.
That's Pi Depot's absolutely cooked. Screwed though.
Yeah.
Good. I wonder if there's a queue for us to move this Liberator in, by the way.
I was actually wondering if he was going to do that, but and here it is, yeah.
There it is. Oh, Stalker. He just moves at the wrong time.
Oh, he didn't see
Come
it.
back.
Wow, the vision there, very
That's really unfortunate for OpTiMiStC, because that Stalker would have prevented his Liberator.
Yeah, well, we do have pressure coming out.
Attention.
Yeah, we do have a War Prism coming across the map, but now, everything at the moment is not here. These 2 Stalkers are going to be able to shoo away this Liberator.
This is low-key so annoying for OpTiMiStC. Even though there's only one Liberator and you know where it is.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
this position is so nice.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
the
you
blinking.
don't build units that you trap those Stalkers and they're going to die. That's an
Oh, it
interesting
is
blink.
actually. Oh, this is so annoying.
That's why you don't build buildings there, folks. It gives the
Ooh.
Liberator a very nice position.
There are Reaper walls and then there's anti-Liberator walls.
Yeah.
And that was not one of them.
Almost featuring in a video there. Step Stalker, I'm stuck. But they've made it out.
They have made out. We do have this
Into the
prism
afterlife.
sitting around here. I just highlight that. That's been on the map for a little while now. But now we do have a bit of a move out from
Big
town.
army from Raza, by the way. He picks up a Stalker there, is nice. And Optimus, normally with the Stalkers, you want to be kiting, picking off some units, but he doesn't have that potential really here. And he's just having to flee. Gets 2 Marines on the way, but this is a scary push from Raza.
It really is. There's quite a few bar units here, and once these tanks get and mines get sieged
it's all
up,
about the tank positioning here.
Yes,
if he can
exactly.
get tanks in range of the Colossus.
Here we go again, the counter
I've
prism.
seen this story before.
I've seen this story
The
before.
tanks are quite far away here. Get a couple nice shots off here. He's going to edge them forward. Is his prism going to be able to warp in a lot? 2 Zealots is not amazing.
Yeah, it's not that overwhelming force, but this is buying a lot of time on the front. Like, okay, one Widowmine goes off to take care of one. Still one Zealot alive.
This
Now
one Zealot can do so much. There's a lot of injured SCVs there. Raza's going to push in at the same time. Needs to be careful to not lose too much at home. There's Protoss armies walking through the tank shots, and the Colossus will survive. I thought Raza was going to target it down there.
Oh.
These Widowmines and tanks now in a really nice location between the
But
natural
guess
and the
what?
third base.
Guess what? There's still a prism, though there's not any ability to warp in at the
I
moment.
can't believe he's trying to fight this. OpTiMiSTC has barely any units. The Immortal goes down. Both Colossus kept alive, but that's a lot of Marauders.
Oh, the Propel! To keep the Colossus alive, that is a huge momentum there.
And I think Raza's going to have this game in the bag very soon. I don't know how Optimus breaks this.
3 Zealots versus 4 Marines and some SCVs. He's going to be able to hold it while he's continuing to push into the third. It doesn't kill the third actually, but it's now starting to get critical pressure. However, he's jumping on the tanks that have been left alone, so the tanks are now going to die for free.
That's nice.
Getting very
Raza
scrappy.
doesn't take the third base. Instead, going to try and end the game. Goes for the Colossus. Will he get it? Yes, he will. And that, I think, will be that. GG.
Whoa.
It's 1-1.
There we go. That's what we want to see. A little bit of blood in there.
We do. We have a series. And a nice game from Raza. I get similar vibe to that first game. Pretty standard openings from both of them. And then a counter-attack attempt by OpTiMiStC. Well timed again. Didn't really get a big warping off on the main. And that's something about Whispers of Gold here that just makes it so tough for the Protoss defending these attacks. Once those tanks get that position between the natural and the third, and you can't really stop them edging towards that, it's going to be so rough.
It's really difficult. And again, Optimus was able to take some advantage of the chaos, and then as the buy was at the third, he was able to push onto the tanks, which was nearly enough to save him, but he just bled off so many units. He microed the Colossus back for a long time to keep them alive, but it just wasn't quite enough. And again, there are very thin margins on how that game can go differently.
Yeah, for sure. And it's really interesting because he walked in maybe 5 Zealots in total on the other side of the map. If he had those 5 Zealots at home, he actually might have been able to hold. But obviously, it's extremely easy to say that.
Yeah.
And the benefit you get from walking on the other side is obvious. So, you know, it's fine margins between how much do you commit at home and how much do you commit across the map.
Yeah, I think causing chaos is actually a really good strategy, especially like I'm going to go into some generalizations here. You know, Optimus, he's a young man. He's 18. He's got he's got that fast, sharp kind of ability. I think. So maybe making the game more chaotic was generally going to favor him. Where so Raza maybe is, and Raza's a very methodical player. He's also a lower APM player than most Terrans. So I think that conceptually it favors Optimus going for that kind of play, but in the exact moment when the micro came out, it didn't quite happen. But oh my lord, wait, this is just one? Okay, this is just
one is interesting.
Yeah, just one is very interesting.
Yeah, Raza did this to me last LAN. It's just going to be a Reaper, and it's just so annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
This is a really awkward spot for Protoss here, where there's going to be a Reaper in your base before you have a unit out.
Yes.
And As a result, if it's controlled well, it's probably going to kill a few probes.
Oh, it's so frustrating, isn't it? And the thing about this is as well, and I wonder if Raz is taking this into consideration, is that I do this kind of wall as well, right? Where you wall between the natural, between your minerals and the back of your base, but you don't actually do the Reaper jump up spots.
It's a Nexus before Cybercore.
Oh, and he's been doing that as well because he's not been scouting, or he's been scouting around.
Oh, he sees it. Okay, that's big. I think he'll build a Zealot now. Yeah, he does build a Zealot.
Yeah.
And the Zealot, you might think, well, that's not going to catch a Reaper, but it just takes up so much of the Terran's attention.
Yes.
That it's really tough for them to get a decent probe kill. And it stops this bunker happening.
Oh,
SCV,
RNG! No, no!
It's the most annoying thing to watch.
It's not allowed!
Isn't it?
This
it should be illegal.
Oh!
It's insane.
Okay, he can hit it.
Nice so the probe can hit it there. Zealot
yeah,
comes down,
and the Zealot
this bunker's not going to go up.
Yeah, yeah.
Good start for Optimus in this game, but that means the Reaper can go into the main now.
I actually wonder if Raza...
He's going to try finish the bunker here.
Is he? Is he bringing it back?
I think so.
Yeah, the SCV is keeping around, but...
He was threatening it, though. And that means the Reaper can now come in. How many probes are we getting here? I think we'll get a second one. Oh, good probe pull by OpTiMiSTC and the Stalker.
Okay, the Stalker's out
and
in a
losing
time.
one probe and getting
Not
cancelled
bad.
on a bunker.
Yeah.
OpTiMiSTC will take that.
I wonder if Raza did the thing where he wasn't able to check the replays in between the games, and therefore he assumed that Optimus was doing no scouting at all.
Yeah.
Like he was going, oh, this is going 19 Nexus with no scout. I can go for a proxy Reaper and get some damage. But as we know, because we have full vision, Optimus has been scouting around his base each game. So again, pretty good work. High level play from both these players. You love to see it. Again, both these players are rated very highly.
Yeah.
And yeah, now we see sort of like where it goes from here. This CC is relatively late, but still not too bad. Again, he would have rather do more damage. These two Reapers don't scale very well into sort of mid game. But and then yeah, there is a factory with a Cyclone. I assume that you have to do this to be safe.
Yeah, just in case there's a Oracle or something. Did Raza scout the Twilight Council? Does he know what tech's going on here?
I don't think he did. No, he didn't see it.
Doesn't. Okay, yeah. I think the Cyclone is just for safety here.
Yeah, it's a good blind bet. I think it's basically part of the build, right? Like you rarely expect this to kill a player of Optimus.
He could be moving it across the map here. He
okay,
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the initial two Reapers were never realistically going to kill Optimus, so it was this is always going to be the follow-up most likely. And now we're going to poke in. If he can get a lock on one of these Stalkers.
No battery here, by the way. This damage on the Stalker is permanent, and the Stalker goes down. Oh my goodness, is OpTiMiSTC in trouble here? The second Stalker going down as well. And a great trade for Raza. He's going to try get another lock on.
Yeah. Greedy now, There's a lot of units here.
Two Stalkers is
two Stalkers
about the max you can expect from this 2 Reaper Cyclone push.
And our two Reapers are now going to pop back into the main. They're going to try and get a follow-up scout. There is no third base. Again, Optimus has been slowed down by the opening as well, slightly. So he hasn't got his third yet.
Zealot going to go down now here as well. The two Stalkers coming across to save it. Raza being greedy, wants a Zealot.
Oh,
doesn't get
that was unfortunate. We do have, now going up to 4 gate. This is 4 gate blink. There is no third base.
This is committed.
There is a War Prism. And I think what is this supposed to be like? Generate like 5, 10. You have like 10 Stalkers or something like that. Is that right? It's going to be something around there.
Yeah.
I can't remember the actual.
I don't think Raz is prepared for this. Is there a bunker in the nap? There is not.
But
two tanks.
However, they have just done
out.
No!
Oh, this is not a good time. But it might be. He's going to scout it. Oh my God, Raza. He needs to get back right now. He's actually going to take the fight. Prism makes this so good. SCV's going to repair that tank. It's really nice, by the way. And he gets the siege up. And Raza actually stops this before it begins.
Wow, yeah, that could be huge. Especially since he is still producing tanks. They are still coming out of the main. So, again, should be in a secured position so long as that War Prism can't sneak around. But again, Raza's keeping checks on the army. He's like, hang on a moment.
Tanks again. As Zealot goes down, these Stalkers are very injured. More SCVs pulled. That's really nice by Raza.
Oh.
OpTiMiSTC will be annoyed that he didn't get that pick up on the Prism, but it's actually Raza pushing across the map now into 4 gate blink.
Yeah, very unusual situation here. This Observer is showing everything. Oh, it doesn't get the Cyclone. And again, these SCVs are being so annoying, giving such sustainability to an army that does not normally have sustainability. 2 Zealots, but no charge yet. And I think no charge is actually a real big issue here.
He's coming in here. He wants a tank. He wants a tank. He gets it. Tank for a Stalker is a good trade.
Yes, very true. But Raza's got Stim. He's willing to push.
Immortal is so big here.
Yeah, I feel like this is now getting really, really dodgy for Raza. I'm not sure how all in this is. I mean, he's got a bunch of SCVs here. What's he planning to do?
I'm really shocked that Raza brought this many SCVs with him.
Yeah.
He's going to target down that Immortal. Immortal's on the tanks. Won't be able to get it.
Oh, but the SCVs and the repair.
The Immortal saved. Oh, and then picked off at the last moment. The Prism did so well to save that Immortal, but I think OpTiMiStC has it.
Units here, though. Yeah, there you go.
Nice
Big blink forward. And even though the Zealots can't fight, he is going to be able to clean this up. I wonder if Raza assumed there was a third base.
Yeah, I think he must have. If he knew this was 4-gate blink, there's no way he moves out like this.
Oh, you can't even salvage the bunker anymore because it's being attacked. Yeah. And yeah, I think if Raza was to tap out now and to see this third has literally just died, he'll have be having a head shake moment.
Yeah, because Raza had enough to stay at home and defend this.
Yes.
But the fact that he saw it in the middle of the map and then just assumed, oh, it's probably 3-gate blink with a third, I can do some pressure.
Oh, okay, well now we do have the Prism coming in, being very annoying again. Optimus did poke the front. There is 2 tanks there now, so you've got to be very careful about that. But yeah, a few bio is going to be able to shoo this away, and kind of like a stable position, but not a winning position for Raza at all.
Is so late for Raza. It's just halfway done now. We're 8 minutes into the game, and Raza is struggling here big time. I don't think he's going to be able to stay alive for much longer.
Yeah, these Stalkers are going to come in and poke. Does lose a Stalker for this, so the trades haven't been terrible. Actually, the trades haven't been actually.
They've not been
trades
great.
been terrible.
Terrible. You know. Storm on the way for Optimus in this one. Interesting that he chose to go for Storm and not for a Robo Bay.
Yeah, that's
true.
What
the thought process is behind that.
And now we can do our best Tasteless impression, where he says that the Protoss is just going to be outscaling, outgrowing the Terran.
You see, the economy works exponentially in Starcraft.
Whoa.
Did you know that?
I did know that. Okay, well, what do we have to Phoenix. And again, this is the OpTiMiStC observer positioning, you know?
Yeah,
right on the crux of the natural and the third. A very nice position. Kind of tucked back a little bit, but again, it does see the siege tank. But when there is a third established as well, it sees a decent amount there. And Optimus is looking very chill, looking to even take a 4th base.
Yeah, Optimus is just absolutely chilling right now. He's got a very big lead in this game. I think he's just going to near max out and then A-move Raza. I
was going to say, I think, I don't know if I'm super keen on taking a 4th base here. If there was like 5 racks, no SCV, no third CC, like, I don't know, is there a SCV pull that could be like to kill you if you accidentally take a 4th? I don't know.
I think the issue with not taking the 4th is that the Terran can kind of sustain themselves reasonably on 2 base.
Very true.
Not give you a chance to attack, and then. You want to establish as best an economy as you can if the Terran is sitting back.
Yeah, also in terms of tech, what do we actually have? Do we have a Robo Bay? No, we don't. So Storm is our primary and only form of splash.
Got the 4 Templar in the Prism.
Which I don't hate. Now the, Raza's pushing out. Again, kind of a scary army, but a few Storms make this what less effective.
Hello?
Oh no, Optimus. Oh, that's not a good look, my brother.
No, needs to be careful. Prism coming in here with a Templar. Storm drops. Needs to be careful.
Oh no, sorry, he swatted them out.
Second Prism.
Optimus juicing them out. We do have a
fools, but this third base needs to be saved. He can't lose that third, or he loses the game.
It's gonna be hard to defend here.
Third, he's gonna be able to heal.
Vision. Oh no, he's got the observer, so he still sees it, even though it's on the high ground.
Raza needs to repair it. Okay, tank will save it.
Oh. The SCVs went on a weird pathing, but we have fights happening over here. We still have a unit in the base as well. This game got kind of crazy.
Raza's not going to be able to defend this attack. There's just so much. OpTiMiStC is better economy really coming into play here.
Yeah, and Optimus is able to like stay on even though this is a lower tech army than you'd often have at this phase, he can just brute force Raza off of this base. And even if he trades a bit poorly, it doesn't matter because he's got so much money. Oh, blink forward to pick off a ghost. You love to see it.
EMP does land, but here comes the Prism with the Storms. Grab some Zealots in the Storm. Classic.
And this is fine, because even just buying time here is good for Optimus.
This is so good. Every moment that's passing is so good for Optimus right now. It's 4 base against 2 base.
Every moment is a good moment for Optimus here.
Someone could say he could be optimistic about this game.
He could. I don't know if he's got enough of a carrot on a stick to win this game. I don't know. That was hard. All right, well, Raza is now making his last stand here. It's either do or die, taking his third base and holding it. But I don't think it's going to be enough as Protoss is pushing forwards onto the tanks. Storm drops coming out. That third base is not landing anytime soon. And I think we're about to see the GG.
And it's 2-1 to OpTiMiSTC. Really nice defense at the start of that game against the Proxy Reaper. Made it look very comfortable. I might be employing that, just scout around my third and fourth to see if there's a cheeky little barrack sitting there. Yeah,
again, like I say, Otto's very calm in these sort of situations. And I was watching him play yesterday versus AC. That was a match that wasn't on stream, I don't think. Or was on stream, and Nigel wasn't casting it. Tommy Optimus.
It was on stream.
Oh, okay. So
it was a banger series.
It was a banger series. Yeah. So I was watching it from behind Optimus' point of view, and what I noticed actually is, like I say, he's actually a very emotional player. Like any little misclick, any sort of thing that you see him like you see him like shake his head. You really feel it. And
so is Raza, by the way. Raza does that
actually,
as well.
Yeah. Raza screams.
Which is really funny because Raza is quite a quiet, reserved guy.
Most of the time,
But, you know, he loses a tank out of position and you just hear a scream.
That is it. Oh, we've got the Indie Starcraft restream coming in here as well.
If you want to watch in Polish, head on over to Indie. Of course, Gerald at this tournament yet to drop a map. He'll be playing against Wimbleman if Wimbleman arrives at some point in the upper bracket quarterfinal.
Alonso, he wants to cast a series as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I want him to cast.
I don't know who's going to cast with him, but
we're hopping into El Dorado here. This is very interesting.
Yes. And if production, hello. Well, we'll give it a second. You're not missing anything so far. Let me actually sort the scores out.
We're on El Dorado, which is really interesting because yesterday in my series against Raza when we were doing vetoes, he was like, "Oh, El Dorado is really good for you because the prism just flies straight across." I was like,
"Oh,
yeah, I don't know about that."
Well,
and then he didn't veto it, and I was like,
"Oh, that's some Terran mind."
And he's obviously not vetoed it here, so I think Raza likes it, and it makes sense. It's really good airspace for Terran drops.
Yeah, no, that's true actually. I wonder if there's a plan, a build on this map. We do see for the first time in this series Optimus coming straight across the map. Quite fast as well. Like this was straight after the gateway.
Normal scout time,
which
he is scouting, which is not what we've seen before from him.
Yeah, so I wonder if he thinks there's any tricky, funny business that might be going on here. But Raza is actually playing it standard. He does not want to go down 3-1 and thanks to a bad cheese, so he's going to play it standard. The thing is will he do a Maru and put it all on the line in game number 5?
I think Raza does famously love Maru.
Yeah, he does. That's very true.
See it happen. It is just the one gas.
But yeah, very normal. One gas, one Reaper.
And it is typical before Nexus this time.
Oh, okay, yes, yeah. So yeah, this is the more like traditional sort of 20 Nexus thing that's been going on for a while. I'm trying to remember why. Nexus before core years ago used to be the standard every time.
Yep.
And then it become core before Nexus, and now, like I say, the most recent patch. The 19 Nexus has come back. But yeah, very minor differences, so like nothing too much to think about. But it is interesting that Optimus has kind of been having a fairly solid early game every time, but has decided to change it up for this one.
Yeah, I wonder what Optimus is going to do here. So we saw him go 3-gate blink, and then we saw him go 4-gate blink in the next game.
True.
I don't think he's going to get Raza again with the
5-gate blink.
5-gate blink. One gate for every game. In comes the Reaper. Adept not quite out yet. Will spawn right on top of that Reaper. Does only get one shot off.
It's where you want the dream scenario where you kind of block the Reaper in.
Yeah. Get a second shot off and then follow it with a shade.
That's
Reaper
the one.
jukes out the Adept though. Man. Will come on back in, and will he get the scout on this Stargate?
That is actually a very important thing. I don't think he's going to see it.
Doesn't see the Stargate.
Let's have a look.
He's
kind of looking. There you go. Yeah, he sees it. And he clicks on it. Yeah.
A probe and a scout. is more than you can really ask for your Reaper.
And this is the sort of thing where it's like that separates like good players from great players, or like intermediate players from like high-level players. Is that when I play Raza, the first Reaper can kill me. He's just so good and so annoying at controlling it. And again, it's hard to see when the game is even, but Optimus is doing very well to like zone out the Reaper and trying to not let him get damaged.
See, showing us that he's been on Team Rotti before, as he's going Phoenix.
Yeah, very interesting.
Makes
and
sense on this map, right?
Yes,
So much space for them to be safe.
It's interesting because this actually, from the Terran perspective, looks like, oh, okay, you got an early sentry. If you don't click on it and don't shoot it, like, yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, he's got a hallucinated thing. I think now you know, it's like, hang on, 5 Marines.
He also saw the Stargate, so you know.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, but it could be, yeah, this is a hallucinated Phoenix, and then a real Oracle flies in. That's the Magico Mitch special, that is. You hallucinate an Oracle, and then you send a real Oracle in after.
A lot of gas.
Yeah, no, it would have been a lot of gas. But we do love to see it. And yeah, now we're going into the Robo. And I like to think that every Protoss player had this. I certainly did when I was sort of thing. There's a certain point where you realize that you go, hang on a minute. If I make Phoenix and I make Colossus.
Oh my goodness. How can they stop me?
And
very strong
it can be a very
combo for sure.
Oh, getting in there. Was that an SCV? Or was that
it's nicely done.
Takes a little bit of hull damage, but nothing too bad.
Phoenix count going to start building up. He'll want to keep this Phoenix count intact. It really does start to snowball the more Phoenix you get.
I think it's probably a good sign that, like, Optimus, again, in these games, Raza hasn't gone for an aggressive bio, it's got in a 3 racks situation, which is does quite well, I believe, versus Phoenix opening. So I think that may have also why he was holding on to this until...
oh, just be careful, he's going to lose the Phoenix.
That's
a
big.
mistake.
Yeah.
That's a shame, because he went in there, got 1 SCV, and then perhaps just got a little greedy. Didn't get the second volley of shots off on that second SCV.
Oh. The Reaper did get spotted, but he's managed to juke through again. Can he avoid the Reaper, the Adept one more time? The Shade comes up, and now we've got a cat and mouse situation. Get out of there, Reaper! You gotta get out of there!
He's gone. He's perished.
God damn it!
So RoboBay finishing up here. We're gonna see those Colossus start coming out, and look at this OpTiMiStC mining out the bottom of the map here.
Yeah, I think that this makes a lot of sense. You want to control the airspace, and you're gonna therefore have this.
Do we ever see him take the south side of this gold base?
What, as in here? Yeah. Possibly. I've seen players do it.
I would love to see it, but it doesn't look like he's going to do it.
Is it even that... yeah, no, it probably is worth it. Is it worth building a second Nexus?
I think you probably just need the gas, so at this stage.
Yeah.
But I think as a 4th base, it actually could be decent.
Okay, well, we will see about that. However, again, quite a few mix of units here. Still got a few Marauders, despite seeing the thing. You still need Marauders as Terran here, so yeah.
Yep.
I say that.
Yeah, so the unit composition of Terran is really key to how he fights this Phoenix Colossus. You know, the units you need to kill Phoenix are not the units you need to kill Colossus. So the balance between Marauders, tanks, and Marines here is really important. And it looks like Raza's going to move out. Adept does a good job of scouting.
It does indeed, and he's going to see that. The Phoenixes are flying around, but I don't even know if you want to spend all your energy like lifting up SCVs here. I don't know. Oh, yeah, lifting up Marauders, however. Yeah, that is definitely something you want to do.
Yeah. OpTiMiStC has to make a decision now. He can kill 10 SCVs here, or he can come back and try and defend this push using the Phoenix. He opts to go 4 SCVs and bring the Phoenix back, maybe with a couple lifts for those tanks, and it's about to be 2 Colossus out.
Yeah, but there are 2 tanks down here.
Tank positioning is so far forward.
And is he going to dive on and try and lift up the tanks immediately? He's not able to, and now actually I'm kind of worried as one Colossus goes down.
Phoenix are not doing anything even remotely useful, and Raza is just bulldozing through OpTiMiStC here. The second Colossus falls, and Raza is going to take game number 4, and we're going to an ace match.
Woo!
And did OpTiMiStC just forget to GG?
Oh, like I said, emotional player. He's feeling the heat.
He's fuming.
The land heat gets to him.
Fuming.
And
going to game 5.
And this is exactly what I meant. Every Protoss has that moment like, oh my god, Phoenix and Colossus, it just works, and then it doesn't work. You ran over.
And the reason OpTiMiStC is he might not be fuming, but he most definitely will be annoyed with that, because he was in a perfectly okay position. He got a nice amount of damage done with the Phoenix, and GG keyboard, he types in the chat. Maybe he's having some technical issues as well. But he got himself in a nice position. He had this third base up in a location that Raza didn't really know about. And he just needs to defend the push, and it's a difficult push to defend, but at the least you want to slow it down. But Raza just moved straight forward, got on top of the Colossus, and in 5 seconds, OpTiMiSTC lost the entire game. When if he'd just been a little more careful with his unit positioning, a little better controlled with the Phoenix perhaps, he could have held on there, I think.
And again, the decisiveness from Terran is key there. I think where Terran struggle with this, it's like, oh no, I need to go back, oh no, there's Phoenixes, oh no. And then their timing that they had in their head, it's like a minute late.
And suddenly there's a third Colossus out, and the batteries are finished, and
charge
there's a few
might
more
be
zealots,
done, you know, like
and suddenly it's just impossible. But Raza did a really good job there of seeing, oh, I can kill that.
Exactly.
And he did just that, slipped up the ramp.
Like I say, got the tank so far forward, and then the Phoenixes couldn't jump on to lift them. Like, you could see Optimus wanted to do it. And he thought about it, and he's like, hang on, no, there's too much bio under it.
And he targeted the front tank down to red HP, but they didn't really get the kill on it. And that's like the worst case scenario, right? When you waste a whole volley on a tank, don't kill it, and you're in range of both tanks, and it just didn't go to plan for OpTiMiSTC here, but it has gone to plan for the fans at home. As we're in Game 5 on UltraLove in the Northeast, in the red, playing Protoss for Berserker, it's OpTiMiSTC.
And he is one of my boys. It is Raza spawning in the bottom left, representing Red Dragons. It is Raza.
You've used Raza in the intro there.
Yeah, but Raza is like an adjective and a noun, all right? You know?
I see.
He is Raza and he is Raza, all right, you know?
He's also a verb. I'm Razering right now.
You're Razering right now?
Yeah, we're not going to repeat that. Right.
All right, let's go. Anyway, he doesn't bank it all on a Proxy 2 Max Marauder, which would have been exciting, actually. But I think, like I say, it shows a sign of respect as well. That you know, he's going to try and play it out properly. He doesn't think he's... Oh, hang on, though.
Whoa. What are we doing here? Okay, so it's going to be a...
Proxy second gate? What is this?
I guess. It feels...
This is a very unusual...
And a bit far away?
Yeah, unless this is going to be...
But it feels a bit early for a Starcraft.
Yeah, I'd say Tempest. Like,
I think it is going to be a gateway,
Yeah, okay, Proxy second gate. Well, I really don't think Raz is going to see this, but is he going to click with what's going on?
He's SCV scouting, that's huge.
That is huge.
Okay, so yeah, Raza needs to be paying 100% attention right now. You need to see, right, there's no Nexus going down.
Yes.
What could that mean?
I think that, that rings instant warning bells for any Terran.
Yeah.
But, like, because even now, there's no way of hiding this, is that because he could actually go now and not show the SCV.
Yeah.
He's going to go.
I think this build from OpTiMiSTC is so good if your opponent doesn't scout. But if your opponent's SCV scouting, we see that bunker going down already. It's just, it's not going to get anything done.
Oh, and there's a ramp here as well, so it's like it's even harder to get things done.
And it's a pretty big map. I mean, hey, look, there's a world where Raza doesn't scout, and then this looks amazing for OpTiMiSTC. But this looks really tough for OpTiMiSTC right now. It
really does. Now, the only good thing is that it's not... it is that kind of high commitment because he hasn't started. Okay, yeah, now he starts the Nexus. It's not the highest commitment thing in the world, so sort of like, you know, and this gate might not get found for a while, and then he might be able to do a push later and still have the push. You know, like you gotta kind of like see what we can do.
SCV trying to sneak out there. What?
Oh yeah.
What's that SCV doing? Okay, Stalker gets itself in a nice position here. Going to try and pick off that SCV. Oh, he's going to be able to delay the CC. Raza didn't put it in the bunker there. Oh, but he's going to lose the Stalker.
So decisive.
Not worth it at all.
He waited. Optimus thought he was in a good position, but no, he was in the trap, you know. And Raza pounced, unleashed the trap. CC gets finished before the Nexus is done. And in a regular situation, you'd just be happy as a Terran here, I think.
Ooh, another barracks going down here for Raza.
2-1-1, maybe?
That's interesting.
So, I suppose the question you can ask with this, from like an analytical point of view, is that what does the Protoss putting the second gate on the map do? Oh,
what? OpTiMiSTC leaves the game.
Third CC goes down. What? Did he see anything? Hang on, we're gonna stay in the game and like look and see.
What's happening?
So this is Optimus' point of view. Oh, so Raza comes in and sees the third star, and he leaves.
It's criminal to leave that game.
That is criminal.
It's been a robbery.
Get him down here.
That should not be legal. He could just cancel it though.
I guess
that's insane of OpTiMiStC. That's some, for lack of a better word, some serious head loss here.
Yeah. And again, this is what I mean. He's a young man.
Yeah, you said it.
I don't know how many LANs he's been to, like outside of.
This is his first one.
I know it's his first EPIC. I don't know if he's been to other offline events.
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
So yeah, you know, and like Raza's, like I say, mature experience, didn't crack. You know, it was game 5. He didn't go for the proxy marauder. He let Optimus go for the proxy thing, and then he let Optimus try and play greedy, and then he let Optimus leave.
I can't believe OpTiMiStC has left this game.
Oh, yeah, well...
Was he behind? Yes, of course, but we're 3 minutes into a game, and it's 24 workers against 22 in OpTiMiStC's favor.
Do you know what? Yeah, exactly.
You cannot leave that game.
Tournament... Well, actually, so there is a lower bracket, and we will be... Optimus still has a chance to play through. But yeah, I think this tournament game, you stick it in, right?
For sure. It's game 5.
Yeah,
and if you win this series, you're in the upper bracket semi-final, you know? Like, it's a great opportunity to make it further in the tournament.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. And yeah, well, I mean, it times out nicely because our next scheduled session was for 1:30.
Perfect.
So it's Optimus being very considerate.
He's like, guys, we need to keep this stream on schedule. I'm just going to leave the game.
Yeah, wow. So yeah, a bit of an anticlimactic finish there.
That's obscene. That's obscene.
Yeah, we were getting hyped for that. I was enjoying it. And as you said, this could be one of the this is one of the closer series.
Yeah.
So
and it was.
Yeah. So again, we were hyped for it. We do have a good series coming up next. I believe it is going to be AC versus Figaro.
Yeah, ZVZ.
ZVZ, and I believe.
With history.
Sorry.
With history.
Sorry.
With history.
Oh yeah, with history. Yeah. Sorry, I was going to say with Risky because Risky is going to be casting it.
The caster.
Yeah. So Josh is coming down to cast that game.
Nice.
And yeah, so he is friends. Oh, maybe not. I don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. We're going to find out what's going on. But yeah, do we cut to a break then?
Yeah, let's cut to a break.
We're going to cut to a quick break. We should be back fairly shortly with the next game. Thanks for tuning in.